1.6, geometric series. So we're going to learn about geometric series, whereas last lesson was on arithmetic series. And you need to remember the explicit formula for a geometric sequence. Remember that's AN equals A1 times R to the n minus 1 power. And we're going to do sigma, the big E looking thing, with geometric series just like we did with arithmetic series. So you have your big E, you have n equals 1 in the bottom, some number in the top, and then you put in your formula. You'll probably enjoy geometric series a little bit better. All right, so we're going to start, if we're going to do sigma, big E, we're going to start with sigma. Again, this is generally everybody's preferred way, but I'm also going to show you a new formula later on. So, got to find our explicit formula first, my AN formula. So it's A1 times R. What is my ratio? In case you've forgotten, you can take any term and divide it by the one before it. And we get 2. So my R is 2. And then we always put n minus 1 in the exponent. Exponent, exponent, exponent. Then, to find the sum, here's sigma. We always put n equals 1 in the bottom. We're going to put 4 in the top. And then we're going to write in our formula. Remember, in sigma, we leave it as n here. The only place that the 4 goes is at the top of sigma. Math, 0. And remember, we use the x. You can type in an n if you want, but I like the x. 1, 4 on top. And then it's 2 times, in parentheses, we're going to do 2, raised to the power of x minus 1. Make sure you hit the exponent button, it's right here, to put the x minus 1 in the exponent. And we get 30. Could you have just typed in 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16? Yes, you could have. But I want you to know how to do it this way. Okay. Let's find our AN formula. My A1 is 2 times my R. What's my R? 3. And then in the exponent, n minus 1. So we're n equals 1 in the bottom. We're going to put a 7 up top. And then our formula. Typing in the calculator. So you can see what I've typed in. Make sure yours matches. 2,186. All right, our AN formula. What's my A1? 80. What's my R? 0.5. If you do 40 divided by 80, you're going to get 0.5. And then n minus 1 in the exponent. So we're adding all of the terms between 1 and 10. And then we just rewrite the formula there beside of it. All right, let me get this big decimal. Let's go ahead and write the whole thing. It's not going to kill you to write 5 numbers versus 1 or 2. All right, I want you to try number 4. So pause the video and work on number 4. This is what you should have typed in the calculator. It's important you put that -4 in parentheses. And you would have gotten 1,638 if done correctly. All right. So let's get into the formula for geometric series. Okay, and series is the sum. I don't know why I keep asking that. You should know that by now. So I'm going to tell you, this one looks worse. It looks more complicated, but it's actually easier. Every part of the formula you get just from the problem. Like, you don't have to find anything extra. Okay, so it's not that much hard. It's actually simple. Some people don't mind this one at all. All right. So it's A1 times 1 minus R to the n power over 1 minus R. Looks complicated, but you just type it in the calculator. And remember, R is our ratio. A1 is our first term. And n is the number of terms. So let's do an example. What is my A1? 4. What is my R? 5. And what is my N? 10. So if we're finding S10, it's A1, which is 4, times 1 minus 5 to the 10th power. So it's R to the N, and then it's 1 minus R on the bottom. And we're just going to type that in the calculator. So alpha y equals gives us a fraction, 4, and then in parentheses, 1 minus 5 to the 10th power. So remember, make sure that 10 is in the exponent, and then come down, 1 minus 5. That's a big number for sure. 9,765,624. All right, number 6. What is your A1? 81. What is your R? 1/3. And what is N? 8. Okay, so when we plug it in, we have 81 times 1 minus, my R is 1/3 to the 8th power, all over 1 minus 1/3. So in the calculator, alpha y equals, let's just type it in. You can have a fraction and a fraction. So whenever you go to do your 8, make sure that your blinker is not underneath with a 3. Make sure it's out to the side. It'll look like that. So what you type in, you might want to double check to make sure what you're typing in matches what I've typed in. Because if you do it correctly, we get 3,280 over 27. If you didn't get this, then you mistyped something somewhere. And you see those parentheses around this top 1/3? I actually did not put those in there. After I hit enter, the calculator added those. All right. Let's do a few. These are 6 more. I'll do 2 more with you, and then I'll let you work on the last 4 by yourself. So number 7, we know that A1 equals 5. What is the R? 2. And N is 9. I'll remind you of your formula. So here's your formula. So for finding the sum of the first 9 terms, we've got 5 times 1 minus 2 to the 9th power over 1 minus 2. Just type that in, and we get 2,555. Right. Number 8, write down your A1. 13. Your R, 2. And your N is 11. So the sum of the first 11 terms, we have A1, 1 minus 2 to the 11th over 1 minus 2. And that equals 26,611. I want you to pause the video and work on these last 4 problems. So I'm just going to quickly go through. I'm going to make sure that you have the correct A1, R, and N. And then for your sum, you should have gotten 12,285. This one. Number 10, your A1 is 4. Your R is -3. And your N is 10. So something that you could have messed up on when you're writing out this formula, you absolutely have to put that R in its own parentheses. Otherwise, you would have gotten the wrong answer. So the negative 59,048 is what you should have got. 11, your A1 was -2, your R is 3, and your N is 10. I know I'm going through these fast, but you should have already done these if you were doing what you were asked. You actually get the same answer for this, which is really weird. And then number 12, your A1 was 2048. Your R is 1/4. And your N is 13. Giving you 2,730. And this is 0.667. I hope everyone has a great day.